Nei ho, hi, Jiao Bang, hello friends. So in this video, you're going to see me go around Chinatown and trying to speak in Vietnamese, but also speaking in Cantonese here and there, because I find myself in situations where I just had to speak Cantonese. But for the most part, I was trying to dedicate myself to speaking Vietnamese today. And throughout this video, you're going to see me go to a Vietnamese restaurant, Vietnamese grocery stores, a Vietnamese/Cantonese bakery, and also a Cantonese grocery store, as well as a Cantonese bakery. So yeah, I'm just going to analyze on what I could have done better and what I could have improved on, so that next time I can improve and try to perfect my Vietnamese as well as my Cantonese. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's get right into it. For the first clip, you're going to see me go to a Vietnamese restaurant and I'm going to order phở. Một người. Hai chú. Chú làm ơn lấy cho con một tô xế lúa và một ly trà đá. Trà đá? Yeah. Cảm ơn chú. So the uncle came to me and asked for what I wanted to order. The exact thing that I said to him was, chú làm ơn lấy cho con một tô xế lúa và một ly trà đá, which roughly translates into, Uncle, please give me one bowl of phở and one glass of iced tea. Chú ơi, tốn tiền giùm em đi. Yeah. So this is where I asked the chú for the bill, and I got his attention by saying chú ơi instead of chú. So chú ơi is usually used when you're trying to call somebody at a distance, I guess. But I think you could also use the word ơi when you're speaking face to face. I'm not too sure about that. That's something that I've been contemplating hard about, because I want to speak Vietnamese in a way where it's not awkward. Because if ơi is only used to call somebody at a distance, then in my head, I think that using ơi when you're face to face would be kind of awkward. But that's something that I would have to do a little bit of research on. But yeah, I said chú ơi, tốn tiền giùm em đi, which, if you're trying to translate it directly into English, that would basically translate into calculate money for me. But in Vietnamese, like, the whole phrase basically means, please can I get the bill. Lông nhãn bao nhiêu một thau vậy chú?
Nhãn bao nhiêu thau à? Nhãn nhiêu thau à? Nhãn là kia đợi coi giá bao nhiêu? Nhãn nhiêu thau? 6 đồng em.
Oh, I see. Bán cho em 2 pound. So after I ate pho, I went to go check out a fruit vendor. I wanted to buy a fruit. It's called lo nhang. I'm not sure what it's called in English. You can see me here asking the uncle how much is lo nhang for 1 pound. So what I said in Vietnamese was, chú ơi, lo nhang bao nhiêu một pound vậy chú? Which means, uncle, how much is the lo nhang for a pound, per pound, uncle? It was kind of awkward in this situation because the fruit stand is not just one small table. It's pretty large, like the length of it. I would say it's about like 10 to 15 tables long. And I could tell that the people on the other end couldn't really speak Vietnamese well. And I guess the uncle was the only one that could speak Vietnamese. But he was all the way at the other end of the table, and the Long Yang was all the way over there. So I had no choice but to ask him because I want to speak in Vietnamese. So I asked him about the Long Yang. He said something in Vietnamese where it kind of means the Long Yang are over there. And then when I asked him that, he was shouting at the other workers that were closer to the Long Yang. He was saying something along the lines of Long Yang Q Bao Niu. Like he wanted to know how much were the Long Yang. So then I just walked over there and I saw that the workers that were next to the Long Yang, they were kind of younger. They were about my age. So again, in Vietnamese, the pronouns are very important. So I was switching in my head between chú and anh. And then when you switch your pronouns, you also have to switch the pronoun for yourself. So instead of calling myself Gong, I had to change it to em. So it's a lot of, it's kind of tricky when it comes to pronouns because you're doing this slight adjustment in your head within a few like milliseconds. So I addressed myself as em, and then I asked them, bang cho em 2 pound Long Yang, which means, can you sell for me 2 pounds of Long Yang? And the total came out to $12. $12.
Hi, can I get one small coffee, please?
Small coffee, hot or cold?
Hot.
Thank you.
Assam, sick, Vietnam,
No, you're not.
yeah, okay,
You know.
yes, little.
Yeah. You know.
Oh, you know? Oh, okay. Ngoy.
I am Chinese.
Oh, really?
I am Chinese.
Ngoy.
So after buying the Long Yang at the fruit vendor, I went to go walk to a Vietnamese/Cantonese bakery. And I was expecting to talk to a Vietnamese uncle that's usually at the cashier, but for some reason he wasn't there this time. And I believe that he's one of the few workers that can speak Vietnamese. But for some reason this time a Cantonese lady was at the cashier, and I didn't speak in Cantonese, I just spoke in English because I was preparing myself in my head to speak in Vietnamese, and it kind of surprised me that I saw a Cantonese lady over there. So even though I learned how to order a cup of coffee in Cantonese, for some reason I just spoke in English, and then I asked the lady for a cup of coffee. But then at the end you can hear me talk in Cantonese. I asked the lady, Assam, sick Gong Vietnam wa, which translates into, Auntie, can you speak Vietnamese? Yes or no? Something like that.
Hai cô, cái rau này có phải rau huy không?
That's mint.
Was mint?
Yeah, not the basil, no more basil.
No more basil?
Yeah.
So in this Vietnamese grocery store, I asked the girl if the vegetable I had in my hand was basil or not. So I asked her in Vietnamese, cô, cái rau này có phải rau huy không? Which translates into, Auntie, is this vegetable basil or not? And she said that she ran out of basil. So I left this Vietnamese grocery store and then I went to another one, which is like a 5-minute walk. And you're going to see me talk to a worker in Vietnamese.
Chú ơi,
Cái gì?
cái rau này có phải rau Huế không?
Quê hả? Quê hả?
Cảm ơn.
Không có chi.
So I was trying to buy basil and I wasn't too sure if what I had was basil or not. So I asked the uncle right next to me. I asked him, chú ơi, cái rau này có phải rau Huế không? So I asked him, chú ơi, and then he said, cái ấy. That's the equivalent in English as what? I went on to ask him, cái rau này có phải rau Huế không? And he said, what I had was not rau Huế. He pointed to where all the basil was.
Chú, ở đây có bán cilantro không?
Hả?
Cilantro.
Cilantro này.
And then I went to ask him again if he sold any cilantro. So what I said was, chú, ở đây có bán cilantro không? Which means, uncle, over here, do you sell cilantro? And I don't know the word for cilantro in Vietnamese. And you could see here that the uncle didn't know what cilantro was either.
Nói như chả gì qua đâu không? Dạ không.
So I bought everything that I needed to. I ate pho, I drank coffee, and I ended my day in Chinatown at a Cantonese bakery. I went to this one specifically because I really like their barbecue pineapple buns, which is called char siu bolo bao. In this clip, you're going to see me talk in Cantonese, and I just said, coi, ngõ yêu yat go char siu bolo bao, thong mai yat bui yit nai cha. And then the auntie, she asked me if I want a sugar. She asked me, you thong ma, which is, do you need sugar? I learned that siu tong means less sugar, and there's another word, it's called jun tong or chun tong, which means normal sugar. But I've tried multiple times saying chun tong to different Cantonese bakeries, and they can never understand when I say chun tong. So I always use siu tong as a backup. So you can see me here. After she asks me, you tong ma, I say chun tong, and then she says, huh? Which I was assuming was going to happen. So then I quickly switched to saying siu tong. And you can also hear the uncles in the kitchen at the back fighting at the top of their lungs, yelling back and forth. Yeah, this is how I ended my day. So I'm going to show you guys what I bought today in Chinatown. I'm going to talk in Vietnamese the best I can. Chào bạn. Chào bạn. Chào. Chào bạn. Chào bạn. Chào bạn. Bên này tôi mua đồ. Tôi mua lô nhãn. cilantro. Cái này là cây rau này là rau thơm, và cây rau này là rau Huế. Và lại cây rau này gọi là giá. Tôi mua bán phở tôi gọi là năm sal 국수. Và tôi mua ginger. So yeah, everybody, that's what I bought in Chinatown today. So this noodle you would eat with pho. It's called bánh phở tôi, I think, or phở Mỹ, I don't know. But you can also call it 월남 쌀국수. 알아두세요?